Hi, Michael and Adonai, Priscilla, and Esther. Thank you for letting me know that part of my video was messed up. I did really try to get all of this done by 2 this morning, so y'all would have it today, and I apologize for that. I'm going to show you the part that you missed because I wasn't sharing the screen I was on. Now, what I'm about to show you is a mixture of several annotated bibliographies. So I don't really want you to look at the content. What we're going to go over is the format. So, and with y'all's, I think y'all already have a name and I've already discussed that with you. So you know all of that part. I need to make sure that you are formatting this properly. Now, I would wait until all of y'all have made your corrections and put them back on the main paper on Microsoft Word. This works on Microsoft Word. I'd wait until you all do that, and then I would do what you're about to do right now. Each one of you, when you did your individual paper, if you notice these on Microsoft Word, all of your margins are correct at first. Well, kind of. It's defaulted at 1 inch over here. See 1 inch over here. See where the cursor is, and 1 inch at the top, and of course 1 inch at the bottom. So all of this is good to go. Be sure that I would have a title that's bigger. You could, I would put standardized testing, annotated bibliography. And if you want to put the team leader's name on it and the last name there, whatever you choose to do, I'm okay with, as long as I can identify it, which I should be able to do. Now, in this case, there's only one paragraph. It might have been better had they done 2, but I don't know. You could have maybe started with the guiding questions, or you could have just done that. And there you go. And then that naturally, okay, then that naturally would take you to the next page. But sometimes you have to, if annotated bibliography is at the very end, just go ahead and hit enter and send it to the next page. This is what I want you to do. So once everybody has put his or her entry in here, highlight all of this. Notice that I'm, okay, you definitely have more than that. Notice that I am only highlighting under the title annotated bibliography. Okay, I'm going to right click. I'm going to go paragraph. Now, if you're using the Dallas College version, you'll have your 4 boxes over here. On my version on Apple and the Microsoft I got for it, it's over here. But wherever they are, be sure to set them at 0000. Okay, some of them default at 0, or there's no number in there at all, and or maybe this one's an 8 or a 10 or a 12. Just set them all there, because it actually makes your it messes up your vertical spacing. All right, so what I did is I've got double space. Now, because I highlighted everything after annotated bibliography, that title, then I'm free to put hanging there and say, okay. All right, so let's look at it and see. So, okay, yeah, there's a 1 inch margin. Actually, I did that for my own benefit. Okay, now everything is even here, but I want to see a break of some kind. So I'm going to hit tab. Okay, I'm going to hit tab. The reason why, and this is interesting with MLA, because with annotated bibliographies, professors have a little bit of latitude. So there are certain things that have to be on here. But you may have another 1302 teacher who says, well, I really don't care. You could just start it right after this period up here where the cursor is, or you don't have to indent. I want it indented because otherwise, let me just show this to you. And this one's not that big of a problem, but it is. It just blends in to your citation. And I don't want to do that. I want a clear demarcation of where you're going to start your summary. All right. So then I'm looking at all of this. I see that this is out of whack here and there, and then hit that. If you hit tab again, that will stay the way it is. On this one, I would not mind at all if you just hit enter and do that. And then all right, then you've got that. And so that's what you're going to do. But let me kind of show you something. That one's kind of split. I would go ahead and just put that one on the next page and try to keep them together. Try, if it's got this much space at the bottom, that's fine. But this needs to be tab. Okay. Then all of that's correct. But this is what's going to happen when you combine them. You're going to have some people's that are like that, and you're going to go, oh no, it's not, it's a half an inch. I need a 1 inch margin. How do I move that over? Well, that's a good question, because some of y'all are going to have it properly aligned and some of you are not. You're going to have to go to the individual ones and you're going to, okay, see where that little, I guess you call it a tick mark or something. See where that is? You're going to move it over there to the 1 inch line. Now you could do the hanging indent thing. It may or may not work. You may have to force it over. Yeah. Okay. So what you're going to have to do, because that one was not in alignment. Well, you have to go back over here. Oh, that's wrong. There we go. Go back a little bit. Okay, there you go. Okay, this one's out of alignment. See, because I need to bring that here. Oop. So just drag up here. Well, actually, this one here needs to be drug. Oop. Okay. Okay, that one's okay. That one's okay. Okay, then here you want to take the extra space out. And I noticed that almost every group had problems with that. Okay, so again, you're going to have to go through and make sure. Now, if you're the team, look over here. No, that's actually wrong. This was wrong too. Can't see real well what my problem is. That one's correct. I'd probably not separate with that one. I would just do that. And that shouldn't even be there. Hit tab. Okay, then that one's okay. All right. So yeah, that one's correct. So just make sure that all of these are in alignment. But another thing that I wanted to tell you, go over here and go to edit, select all. Mine's over here, but on my desktop, it's over here where you go to select all. Go back and go to the paragraph. Make sure everything's at 0. Now it's probably going to mess up again. So you want to do all this at the very end. Otherwise, you're going to be doing it every time you put your papers together. See where it says don't add space between paragraphs. You're going to click on that as well. Okay, so you notice that it kind of brings this up. Another thing that you want to make sure of, I would go over here and go edit, select all, make sure it's all Times New Roman. And because I would go to 12, and then this is what I would do. I'd have a bigger title, but make sure everybody include everybody's, because you're going to have some people who probably used Arial or Calibri or whatever it is. I don't know how to say it. Or Comic. No, nobody's ever done Comic Sans, although I really like that. It's just very informal. And I found out from my niece what sans means. It's just like if you say he went to the dance sans his girlfriend, S-A-N-S means without. So if you look at fonts, like Times New Roman has feet on it, a little horizontal line. If it's sans, it does not have feet. And so it's more informal. And if it does have feet like Times New Roman, then it's formal. So that's why that's one of the approved fonts for RL, for MLA. And that's the one that I use. I mean, Arial's supposed to be a good one too, but I prefer this one. Now, I think I made that into 618. I think that's a little big. Maybe that one would be okay. And because these are titles, you can make that one 14. There you go. So it kind of sticks out. Okay, and in this case, it spills over. Okay, so I only want a double space between annotated bibliography and that. So, and that's perfectly fine the way it is. But let's see. Oh, when I went and did that, look, the alignment got off again. So make sure that it's all aligned here. See where I'm clicking, okay? And so we know this one's not correct. So we're going to drag it. See the little tick mark? Ooh. And drag it there, which means we've got to, I just hit tab. Oh, goodness. Or maybe not. Let's see if I can do a hanging indent with it. Okay, let's try this. Right click. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Okay, I can still work around it. So you're going to have to force it. Okay, so if you noticed, each time I hit tab, it doesn't like that. So what I could do is just hit that and go enter and now tab it over. All right, there we go. Now, this needs to be moved over one. Okay, there we go. Because remember, this was way over here. So these lines really were where the 1 inch margin is. Okay, so here's another one. Is it aligned? Well, let's look. Let's click. Yep, that one's aligned. That one's okay. All right, let's go down here. Hit the line. Nope, it is not. Okay, so we're going to go to, oh, this one actually isn't hanging indent. You need to make sure. And it should be everybody's responsibility to look over this. So If you're thinking Esther or somebody's going to do it for you, think again. Now, she may be the person who goes over it at the last, but everybody has to pitch in on this. Okay, I set that to all to 0. Let me see if it'll go to hanging and, well, no. Okay, I'm going to have to force it over. I'm going to go back here. All right, there we go. And then now I've got to hit tab, tab, tab. There we go. Okay, so now that's the 1-inch margin, and this still is out of alignment. Needs to go back. So let me go see right there. Okay. So now let me do the tab, 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 tab. Now I'm going to just go back and hit that. Yeah, this is one thing that I ran into last night that go over here. Okay, I hope you can see this, that if you don't turn your link off, that it's going to mess up. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it off, because every time I accidentally click on it, it's going to take me to that site, and I don't want it. Well, let's see. Okay. And this you can do without a problem. You go to hyperlink, remove link on Word. Okay. Right click. Need to get some new readers, I think, or at least use the ones that I've got, because I can't see very well. Okay, so that should have removed it. Let's see. Okay, so I hit that. Okay, I just hit enter after business. All right, so this looks okay. This looks a little out of alignment though, still. So you're going to have to tweak it. Okay. See, this, the wage thing doesn't look right. I'm going to try going back just a bit. Well, I thought that I removed that. Let me hit this. Okay. Okay, yeah, I guess that's correct. Okay, then this over here is out of alignment. See, it needs to be brought up to there. So click on this little tick mark thing and see if you can just get it to tab. Oh. Well, just get rid of the link. And go back. All right, there we go. Then there's too much line there. You go like that, and then you go. Ooh, wait. And then tab this over. So you may have to do some forcing over of it. This should have tabbed. Okay, let's go back over here. All right, there we go. And then this one looks like it's aligned. So you just want to make sure that it is hanging indented as well. I know that looks strange, but it doesn't want to go. Let's see if I can force it. I don't think I can. No. Okay. And then I have to hit tab because there's that, there's that. Now this is all aligned here. It's a little bit off, but until I turn off those links, I don't want to deal with this anymore. Okay, so this one, of course, is out of alignment. So we're going to move it over here. And we're going to, I'm going to go ahead and hit enter and hit tab and tab and tab. Okay, and then I need to indent. And now this is correct. So that's what I want y'all to do. Again, it's already defaulted the margins for you. So the main thing is make sure it's double space, Times New Roman. Make sure you go to paragraph and click on do not create a space between paragraphs of the same style. These are all hanging indent. And you need to make sure once everybody puts their annotated bibliography, go in. I want you to look at it, highlight it, right click on it, make sure your margins are all set at 0. Make sure that you have double space. And sure enough, when you change it, you're going to see that some are out of alignment. So that's how you work with the margins, what I just showed you. So that's actually what you missed. And again, I apologize. And let me know if there are any more concerns. Bye-bye.